I am back for. Oh, my audio seems. Oh, because my microphone is farther away from my face. Let me see if I can fix that. There we go. I might get hit in the face with the microphone throughout this, so uh, my mic stand is being funky. Whatever. It's overused. I think last time where we ended off, we were going through the different events, adding state, doing stateful things. I've had some time off since then from doing this, and I've been playing with another project that I've been implementing Flutter, learning some things and realizing that there's probably a better way to do that. But I'm not going to refactor that now. I'll probably refactor it later. I think the way I've got it going right now is good enough. So I think where we ended up, let me just go rerun the tests because the tests will tell us where we ended up, right? Okay, where you have a failing test, we expect that add breed, actual, add date of birth. So add pet date of birth should emit. Okay, that's the one that's passing. Okay, so the one that's failing is at the top. Here we go. Should just okay. So should emit. So we're gonna just send the add block. We're gonna do the animal type state. Oh, I might actually refactor this now. Looking at it, it might get a little bit weird. Um, yeah, and I'm gonna do another thing in here in a minute for one of the patterns that I realize that I do in C sharp, but I don't do here. All right, so I'm expecting it to be date of birth, but it emits breed. That's definitely not by design, so add requirement date of birth, and it's just gonna be date time dot now. There we go, for now, just to make my life easy. Um, oh wait, no, let's just do like minus subtract. There we go, subtract duration of, is there years? No, there's days. So let's just subtract 365 days. Okay. All right, so that's how that's gonna go and what that's gonna look like. Yes, you want it to be constant. Yep, there it goes. Microphone's trying to punch me in the face. Um, anyway, so the thought process here is that when the animal. Oh, I remember where we were. Okay, yeah. Don't look at the project for a week or two and come back to it and see how much you remember. Okay, so yeah, so I'm seeding this state. I'm setting it as the previous state, and I'm checking the previous state. But I thought I had. I think I'm making sure that I can't go backwards without losing state. But due to poorly named tests, I don't remember what I was doing. See, this is why you should always do the things you're supposed to do, because sometimes you're the developer that comes back and looks at the code and is like, "What the heck is what? Who did this?" Oh, it was me. Yikes. Um, anyway, so okay, so I start in the animal pet state. So let me go look at the actual block itself. There we go. That's what we need to do. Maybe. Okay, so if okay, so that's on. It's all stuff. Add type. Add name. Oh, we were okay because we're looking at it from a wizard perspective. That's right. And if we go back and forth, we don't want to. We want to make sure that everything is persisted. Okay, I'm gonna kind of abandon that move forward, and I'm gonna start trying to figure out. I think I'm gonna actually refactor it the way I saw it done, maybe, but that seems like a waste of time. to do that now. Let's see. What's a good use of our time today? So we have the block. We know that the block is working, so we should be able to. Okay, so when pet animal is selected, it's going to emit the type with the previous state's information. Okay, so this is that same thing where we are constantly just building up the state. So it's almost like we don't want to do this pet state jazz and do all of that. We just really need a single pet state object that can build. Okay, so yeah, this is where that pattern that I saw will work, but what good does that do me if I don't know the direction that I'm going? So, okay, so I call add. Oh, gotta click that. So, okay, so when I add the date of birth, so going back and look at my Figma design, you guys can't see it, but I promise it's there. So I add the type, I add the name, I add the breed, I add the date of birth, right? So when I add the date of birth, and I'm in animal type, is dog, and I'm going to add. That doesn't track though. Okay, so let me go to the previous one before it. Maybe I did that one better. Okay, so if I do the add breed, so I'm on breed and I'm on the add type, which is type, and then I add the breed, my expectation is that it goes to it that it is in the add breed state. Yeah, I'm gonna refactor this. Because I keep looking at it, I'm like, no, don't, no, don't. Okay, I can't do it anymore. I'm sorry. Because at least I know what direction I want to go. Let me go look at the example that I have pulled over here on this other screen. Pay no attention to a man behind the curtains. I love how the first commit on this history says it's adding something and it legitimately doesn't add a single file. You gotta do better, Rodney. You gotta do better. All right, so I just need one singular state. Okay, here we go. So let's refactor this. And we're not gonna refactor it and immediately put it in. We're just gonna add the new thing. We're gonna kind of do the microservices jazz, and we're gonna create the new thing and then start swapping it over where it makes and how it makes sense. All right, so I have a sealed pet state, right? Let me go find this one. No, what's the one that has it the most filled out? Enter weight. It's gonna be this one. All right, so that's fine. We'll take this, and now I know what I was attempting to do before that I was bad at doing. I think. Actually, let me go look at the. I'm digging through commit history, looking at my. Okay, I didn't change the states there, and that's just a fix-up commit. So it's got to be here. Okay, so this is how we were adding this state. Yeah. Okay. So I think this is how I'm gonna do it. I'm sure there's probably a better way, but this is how my brain is now rationalizing it. So instead of calling it, I guess I still have to call it add pet because that is the UI bridge that we're doing here, right? That screen. So let's just do final class pet state for the moment, and it extends block state. What is pet state actually? Oh, it just extends equatable. Okay, well, let's extend equatable then. Ba-da-da-da-da. All right, so we extend the equatable bits. So then we'll have, yeah, I already broke it. I already effing broke it. Okay, here we go. Here's all the various state. And come on. And I'm going to grab all that. Yeah, this is going to be pretty interesting. So let's do a const pet state of underscore. Oh, yeah, it's dot underscore. That's the syntax. Still learning my Dart, so bear with me, folks. It can't define a const constructor for that. No, why? Oh, because I have non-final fields. No, I think that these fields can be final now. I think that can be final. Yeah. Let's just replace late with final. Replace. Oh yeah, we don't care about those right now. All right, let me get rid of the test window so I can reclaim some surface area. Okay, so I got my pet state, missing concrete implementation of props. That's fine. Missing overload. I think I just want all that to. Hey. Ooh, that's actually a good point. Will it matter that I use the ID for the pet itself for the state? You know what? I'm not gonna worry about it. If I run into that problem, I run into that problem. My thought process is that if I use the domain entity ID for the state, that those two things will actually technically be the same at that point. They will be equatable. So now pet state will technically be equatable with the pet entity, and I don't know if I want to do that, but we'll cross that bridge later, and we'll worry about it then. Okay, so where are we? We've got our state, we've got our thing, we've got our fields. So now I should be able to do these things, and I don't know if this is again the right way to do it, but this is a pattern that I saw that I think is going to work better here. Pet state dot create, and that should return this animal ID. Come on, you can do it. Oh, this dot underscore animal ID. I need to provide the name of it. It is ID. That is the correct syntax. Why are you invalid constant value? Oh, okay, we just passed that in then. That's fine. I kind of want to encapsulate that though. Right, so if I'm creating a new one, I don't need to pass in an ID from the outside. I should just get back a pet state with an ID. So if that means that this can't be const, that's fine. I don't think I care. Oh, yeah, now it can be const, huh? It's because I didn't put the... So smart. That's probably not going to end up staying that way, but so it doesn't matter, but whatever. And then I can do... I think I just need a copy with method here. So I think this is where I'm just going to do a copy with method. Whereas the other thing, I actually did some other jazz. I actually don't even know if I can call this a copy. I actually like this, but it seems that appears to be a keyword in Dart. So yeah, with, I can't use with. Boo. So okay, I'll conform to the thing. I'll do copy with. I think I need to this dot underscore parentheses ID. It's going to be ID. Oh, wait, this might not work this way based upon the way Dart works. We're about to learn something here. Can you feel the light bulb going off? Yeah, invalid const value. ID cannot be accessed in an initialize. Oh. There's another way to do it. Oh, I was looking at this earlier too. I think I did it in my ID. Reorganize to allow. That's not it. So it's not there. There we go. It's in this one. It's got to be this one. Yep. Yeah, because I add this. Create new ID. Nope. Nope. I am not smarter than a 5th grader. Oh well. I saw the syntax. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out as we go. I don't think this is going to work the way I want it to work, so I guess can't use that, and instead I just have to return. Is this going to work? All finals but Bree and 6 must be initialized. Yep. Underscore ID. Okay. I need to pass in an animal ID, animal ID, and we save that. Oh, how does that copy with work? Oh, let's figure that one out real quick. Copy with. I have a feeling I'm gonna. Everything you need to know about copy with. User final string. It uses the this syntax. Ew. Okay, so that means that everything that I pass into the with syntax has to be nullable as well. You constructor must have a body. Isn't that what this is? Oh, it's because I'm calling it a constructor. It's not a constructor. It's really more of a factory, but I can't do factory. Copy with because I can't get access to the instances. Okay, so whatever, fine. We'll do it we'll do it the old-fashioned Dartlang way. I don't think I care. All right, so then we'll just copy and paste the rest of the stuff. $type string name breed date of birth, weight, gender, and I guess an image is some metadata that we have about you. I don't know how we're going to persist that or declare that, but we'll figure that out too. Okay, so now we've got this copy with method. So now we've got our more or less builder pattern for the state. We're only going to have a single state. So at this point, it's going to be type this dot type. Here we go. All right, so let's do 6. Yeah, and I should probably do some like strong types for some of these things, but I'm lazy, so I'll worry about that when it becomes a problem and not before. And then the image. All right, so what does that mean at this point? We've got our builder via the copy with. We can create one from here. I don't know. So this is where it's like I don't know enough about Dart and the way I like to do things to know whether or not the property should be above the methods. I guess in general, that's how it's done in C#. So these properties should be, or these functions should be before these properties. That feels kind of weird. But I guess the properties are like the least important, or are less important than the implementation details of these methods and the constructor. So this is because this is a constructor, I want to try and keep all my constructors together. So okay, that's there we go. So we'll do that, convert to expression body, and all that is good. So all right, so now if I go back, and that extends equatable, so we're good there. So now if I go here, oh, if I do that, it's going to be ridiculous. Let me actually check encode before I do that in case I break something. Right, single state, rule all the blocks. So now when we come here and we go bye-bye all these things, and we get all these shitty red squigglies that are going to come up, we can then take this away. Let's copy that. Let's take that away. And then we'll just rename that to add pet. You know what? Let's be smart and let's not suck at this. And let's do this. Replace all. Boom. Okay, so we got all that. Now our block is probably crapping all over the place, but I'm going to be... Ooh. Okay, so I can okay, so here's going back where I was like, oh, I don't need to use these methods. Well, okay, so I can do a factory or a constructor. I want to do a named constructor though, because I want the default constructor to be everything. That is each state, so that will generate the state itself. So I guess if I was to go back and look at my tests, I've got an animal type, I've got a breed. Okay, so if I do this like with breed, pet state, add pet state, breed. I guess I can just keep it this way, but I'm gonna need a string for the breed, and then ooh, here I definitely want to. Okay, so this is where it gets weird. I can't use this syntax anymore, and this thing is no longer useful to me because I can't use it in the copy with. Go figure. Oh wait, no, I am using it in the copy with. Psh, get wrecked. Let's see if I can just do that. Let's see if I can just do this dot copy with. Nope. Maybe if I just do copy with, it'll work. And I know why it's not working. It's because of this syntax that I don't understand here, which I'm going to have to go look up later, but that's fine. this copy with constructors can't return values. They have to return instances. So I can't use my copy with, which is fine. But okay, so no, that's not actually going to work. So, and I can't use a factory, so I would have to continue to use copy with, and copy with is going to be like the best way to go about it. I can create static methods that do this off of the state, which I think would be fine, but again, like I don't understand enough about Dart to know whether or not I'm making bad design decisions, so away we go. Let's just break the fucking world, yeah. Oops. Oops. I used bad language. Sorry. Alright, so we would construct a single state object here. We would then, in the setup, call pet state equals sorry about that. I sneezed. So add pet state dot create. Okay, I was about to say, what do you mean? It's exactly how it's supposed to work. So I create a new state. This state then gets sent. Ooh. Wah, 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 wah. So for mocking purposes, we will do animal ID. We will put this in the, I believe this is the optional syntax. And we'll say if ID is null, then we'll give it a new one. Otherwise, we'll use the one you pass in. We won't force you to send one in, but if you send in an animal ID for testing, like, would I want to take a string? No, that should work. Oh. Sorry about that. I sneezed again. Guess I'm having a sneezing fit. All right. Back to it. This is going to be the initial state of the block is going to be pet state. Expect block state to be pet state. Non-nullable local variable must be assigned before it's called. Oh, it's late. See, I'm learning. That's what this is all about, is learning. Oh. So yeah, maybe the private constructor isn't the best. No, you know what? This is just going to be pet state dot copy with go back over here and give this the correct syntaxes. Oh no, that doesn't work, does it? Certain things you can't put commas behind in Dart, I learn. Type. So now, yes, it is. I just defined it. It's right there. Yeah. Type. It's named. Has a name. My. Why don't you like this? Name parameter type isn't fine. Okay, so then instead of because they are already all nullable. Then if I do it this way, then there we go. All right, so pet state. I'm hoping that the state is maintained independent in each test. I guess we're gonna find out here shortly. We are going to maintain pet state copy as, remove unnecessary cast, and we're going to do pet state dot copy with. All right, this is what I wanted to do last time, but I wasn't like knowledgeable enough at the time to figure this out. So block initial state is going to be yeah, let's go do that now, because if we don't change that, now everything is mattering, because we have to do type and name and breed, and we'll get to that in a second. Date of birth, weight, gender, and image. All right. So now that's how we define equality now. So it's not just that. So if we do because if I create those methods, I'm legitimately only creating them for the sake of testing. So let's just continue down the state dot copy with. All I should ever need is the dog. So let's just do grab that. You know, I need some feedback, so we're just gonna comment out these groups real quick. You guys need to see if this is gonna work. I'm starting to itch. I've gone too long without seeing the unit test pass. I don't know what's going on anymore. No feedback. No buenos. Oh yeah, I added this Flutter build runner step before my tests. I should probably remove that for the sake of streaming. It did not load my tests. Why did it not load my tests? Flutter Dart compiler failed to load. Pet. Oh, because we didn't fix the block. Ha 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 ha. So we still got more work to do. All right, whatever. Yeah, this is way easier. So yes, haha. So we'll do state dot copy with oh, this is gonna be so great. You just yep, there we go. Oh, that's what I was supposed to do. Grab all that. There we go. La 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 la. All right, boom. So now that should load if I go back to my run and I click the button. Oh, yeah, I did say I was going to do that, didn't I? Edit configurations. Just remove this for now. Okay. I don't think we have any mocks to run, to be honest with you, so. Instantiating tests. Expected null dog actual. Okay, so clearly I don't know what I'm doing. Add pet name event. But the pet selected stuff worked. Interesting. Let's go look at that. Because that's a single test, that's why. So clearly we might have to do some setup in the group before each test. I think I have to use like setup all, maybe? I was reading something about that earlier, thankfully. Otherwise I'd be lost. Okay, so we have pet state, copy with dog. Yeah, so that works. Okay, single works. Add pet name. Alright, let's do a setup method. And let's do a late add pet state. Add pet name. Yeah, that sounds right. So we'll do that and we'll go ahead and we'll create add pet name will equal pet state. So whatever the initial value of pet state is, this may not work the way I expect it to work, but we're going to try it anyway. All right, so now we have this. Oh, okay. Yeah. So let's do this. Let's put all the setup there, right? Okay, so all that's there. So now we can just say pet state is that state, and then we're going to do pets add pet name copy with name. So now that should be the assert for that one. And this is going to ooh. Yeah, okay, so let's try this again. Add pet name. Add type cat, add name. Then you should, okay, so yeah, if you do the previous, okay, so should emit when in yeah, so this is the problem with that state approach. Let me see. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna go look and see if there's another way for me to look at this because I've seen it. Let me go look at the yeah, no, that does the same thing. Alright, let's go look at yeah, those states are distinctly different. Okay, so let's not too worry about that too much. So let's think about this. If I have add pet name, no, this isn't gonna work the way I think it should. Okay, okay. Yeah, they likely will only be used for testing, but I still think I'm gonna do it. Right. So if I have the animal ID, yikes. Animal ID, and if I have the string type, and I have this string name. All right, so let's do, All right, so far, sorry about this. All right. Sorry, I'm taking a moment to think. Like, I guess these are the states, right? So this would be initial, right? That's the initial state. And then after the initial state, you would have a type state. Right. There we go. And then you would do ID, type. Okay, yeah, all right. And then after the type, you would have name. Come on, it's going to be name. So tedious setting it up, but once it's set up, it's easy, right? So I am going to end up using these likely specifically only for testing, but seems good. Seems like it'll solve the problem. What are you complaining about? What is this complaining about? Convert to block body. Nope. Don't want to do that. All right. So then let's go back over here to the name where we were. And we should be able to do should emit add pet name. Right. So it should be add pet state dot name, and it's gonna have the ID is gonna be the animal ID. The type is gonna be dog. And the name is gonna be name. That seems right? So that should work for the first one. So let's rerun it. No reds. That should work. Haha! Winning! Okay, so that means we'll just that will be the state. Whatever you say it is, right? Not thrilled about it, but it is what it is. I don't even think we need. Oh yeah. Let's keep that way. And that means that that's set up beforehand. So now, if I take the same add pet and I do this, I should be able to take this. And it should only emit one state now. It shouldn't emit two states, just one state, and it should have all the changes on that one state. So now this is all it should expect, right? Should expect, should emit. Oh no, I lie. It should emit both. Yikes. And that is going to be type. And that is not going to have a name. So let's do that. And if I run this again, then maybe that'll work. Ha! We're just going to call this add pet type. Let's do this. Anywhere. We're going to then call this. Oh, replace all. We don't care. Right? We don't care. Let's go back over here to these states. Can I get rid? Did I get rid of all of them yet? So I should only have one state. Yep, one state. Pet state. So I have an initial state. Constructor. I have a type. Ooh, I don't like the way that collapses. Or doesn't. That one does. I like that better. I think. Oh, but I still need to go. Ooh. Let's do ID, type, name, breed. Yeah, see, I still like that better. No, I mean, in C# I would do it this way, but the fact that it doesn't collapse is like, ugh, that should collapse. Anywho, all tomorrow problems. Okay, so we've got pet states, we've got events. These events trigger things. That's all still good and well. The block itself is now consuming the new approach because we changed everything out to use the copy with state method. Oh, this is exciting. This is exciting. Okay, so this is nice and easy. This is kind of the way I wanted things to be done from the beginning. It reduces some code. Okay, great. So now let me check in this. As soon as my mouse starts working again. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, I'm good at this. And like I kind of want to make that copy with method say builder, but I also know that people will creak and groan when they see it. They're like, oh, well, it's not really a builder. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's not. Whatever, dude. All right, so I think that consolidates a lot of that jazz. So now, if I take this group and I uncomment it, I think the thought was everyone was going to be the previous state before it. So I think I'm going to copy this pattern and do the same thing here, but call this add pet. Breed. All right, copy pet state with and name with name. Okay, so we've got a dog with a name. The state is going to be breed. We're going to add breed, and then this should just be add pet state dot breed. Are we doing that for the rest of them? We are not forcing you to provide. So we're just gonna do positional parameters for these. I actually need to figure that out. Like, when is it right to do positional parameters versus when is it right to do named parameters? Matter of fact, that's a quick Google away. All right, while that's coming up, we'll get rid of all this stuff. Yeah, we're learning. Well, I'm learning, so I'm gonna go Google it and figure it out, and you guys can just be mad at me when I do it. Okay, that looks like it works. So then if I do the same thing here, I was on the add pet name. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I probably should have picked the previous state, but eh. If you add the name again and then add the breed, the expectation would be add pet state dot name, add pet state dot breed. All right. A key to efficient and readable code. Oh, that sounds opinionated, doesn't it? Let's figure this out. Let's read the opinionated. So types of parameters and Dart, positional parameters, name parameters. Where's the TLDR? Default parameters. What? Oh, optional parameter. Oh, okay. Okay, so there's 3 parameter types. Curly braces. There are several advantages. Readability, flexibility. Optional. Positional. Okay, while positional parameters are the traditional way of passing arguments to a function, Dart name parameters provide a more flexible and readable approach. With positional parameters, the order of arguments is crucial. You must pass arguments in the same. Yeah, more positional parameters are required by default, whereas Dart name parameters are optional. Oh, are they? Okay. Okay, so all right, fine. I prefer the named parameters, I think, anyway. So we're just gonna go ahead and pull the trigger. What happens if I do it this way? And it's gonna yell and say, make name nullable. Otherwise, it's going to force me to do it as required. So, okay. It's going to force the name. But now with nullability, okay, this had to have been written before nullability was turned. Maybe not. Maybe not. Required positional parameters, calling function, blah, blah, blah. Build more flexibility in your code with Dart name parameters. Yeah, that was the TLDR that I was looking for. Okay, whatever, fine. Name can't have a value of null because of its type, but the implicit default value is null, and that's only because I don't have it as required, right? So it wants me to make this nullable because I gave it this type, but if I change it and make it this, then by default it's going to want me to make it required. I mean, okay, so that's more syntax, but sure, fine. I get it. Kinda. Kinda. Yep, make you required to. Burp. There we go. Now let's see. Don't do it. Okay, go back to my block test. Those are now happy. These are now not happy. Oh my goodness. Now I gotta go back here and add them back. The worst. Name. Breed. Alright, so that's fine. Those are still... Now I need to go back and add ID. Scheisse. Oh, there we go. I just did it in the... anyway. La 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 la. Type. Name. There we go. Oh, we didn't make it for type. We didn't make it required for type. Let's just... I think that's the path of least resistance, is to do that and then change that to dog. Okay, so now we come back down here. Okay, so the previous state is breed. So we... Okay, wait, did I finish those ones? Yep, add breed. So we'll copy this. Add pet date of birth. Copy with the name. The breed is going to be breed, and the date of birth is going to be date of birth. No, we don't want to start it with the date of birth. We want that to... Yeah, that's why I said this should actually be the previous state, but oh well. All right, so now we will send back the previous state, and then it's going to emit add pet state dot date of birth, which doesn't exist, but it will in a second. Ooh, is it gonna be smart enough to tell me? No, it's not. It's not gonna be smart enough to tell me to go create it. So sad. All right, that's fine. We'll come over here. We'll come back here. We'll do... So at this point, I'm like 90% sure that there's probably a better way to do this, but I'm also 80% sure that I don't really care at the moment. And I think this is a better direction for what it is that I'm trying to get accomplished today. Date, time. Okay. Yeah, that's actually going to be this now. All right, so now we'll do the same thing here, and we'll call... Wait, why is breed? Oh, breed, then date of birth. Okay, so this is the first block test. Okay, we just need to change this stuff to use the one that has the breed. Paste that there. Sure that up. It's going to have add pet state dot breed. Add pet state dot date of birth. In Interesting. Okay, so all that should be good, and now I should be able to go back and run all my tests, and all my tests should pass. And everybody's happy, and everybody was right in the world. Okay, great. I'm gonna go back and change these test names though. Just initial seems fine. Okay, I have it grouped by the event name. I'll leave it. I'll leave it. Okay, so all my tests are passing. What is my analysis? Inherits from an immutable, but one or more of its members are not final. Will it actually fix that for me? No, it doesn't give me a code fix for it, so okay, whatever. Late final, I think is what it is. Yeah. Everywhere where I have that problem, late final, late final, late final. Okay, so let's do that then. Final, replace all. Now all of those, so I can do that. And everybody's happy. Okay, so now I have less things. Oh, okay, I only have hints. We can do that everywhere in the file. We can do that everywhere in the file. That one we can't get rid of. Okay. Okay. So at this point, we've got the state cleaned up. We've got tests that prove that we can get the majority of the way through the block. I still don't want to start wiring up the UI just yet because I still don't think that that's a great place to just jump to. So I think I want to go down a level before I like. So, and again, I don't really know how this works, but in like the MVVM world, what I usually would do is I would define all of the properties on my view model that dictate or are influenced by UI state. So I'm assuming that's the same thing as my block. So now that I've got my block defined, the next thing that I would usually do is go look at my domain and try and figure out what's going on there. Right now, I have just an animal class. Huh. And this is where that factory jazz comes in. I don't really like the fact that the way that Dart does it almost forces you down in an OCP violation. But I'm gonna give it a go. Ooh, we can create an entire full fidelity type for that age. Okay, so let's start with this animal. All right, so at the end of the state, now yeah, let's go all the way to the end of the block state and create the actual animal, and I think that'll get us the information that we need. So at the end of when in, let's go look at the block again. We've got on what? Oh, it says 100% of the lines. Oh, I see how it's counting the lines. It's weird. Add type, add name, add breed, add date of birth. What do we have after we have date of birth? We have date of birth, weight, and gender. Okay, so add weight, add gender. So this is gonna be gender. That's gonna be will it let me create the positional parameter from here? Gender isn't defined. Can I define it from here? Or it's not going to let me. Okay, fine. Fine. You are smarter than I am. I accept that. Let's do a final double weight. Now I can define this and make it required. This comes up a level. Do the same thing for gender. So we'll do final gender. Oop, gender. All right, and I think we're gonna leave the pet image pieces off altogether for right now, just because I'm extremely lazy. And then once we gather the gender, we'll set the jazz, because I kind of want to see this move a little bit more. Which means I'll probably have to just devote more time to it. Okay, so we'll just take this group and we'll do add pet weight. Let's go back here. So block test, add pet weight event, and then it's going to be add pet gender event. All right. Okay, so all of those will pass as of right now. Oh, yeah, we're going to leave this here this way this time. We are going to add the date of birth as the date of birth. Okay, so then that's going to be the setup. And then we're going to do add weight. And that's going to be, oh, we're going to have to put a fully defined type around weight, because weight has context, doesn't it? It has units of measure and other interesting fun pieces. Okay. Add weight will just be, for the moment, he'll be in pounds, so he's a 90-pound dog. 90-pound, tons of fun. Oop. Weight. Ooh, goodness. Alright, let's do that. I thought we did that already. Helps if you use the right event. Alright, so expect pet state to be weight. Oh, wah. I'm gonna find a better way to do this by next week. Because I'm gonna be like looking at this code and like, this is a lot of extra code for no reason. Why do I have to do this? Because I have problems. Required double weight. And then weight, and then gender, and then required gender. So you better figure it out real fast. All right, so now if I come back here, I have weight, and I'll do, this will be that. Hold on, let me grab this, copy this, paste it here, do that, remove that. Hey, I remember this from the last time. So exciting. So now should emit add date of birth, add pet weight. That seems right. And then we go to this. This should be add pet. Wait, is that rain? Uh-oh. Let's grab that. Wah, 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 wah. Let's just take that. All right, so add pet weight. Pet weight. Add gender. Gender is male. Add pet weight. Add pet block. And then we expect the state to be gender, which is going to have this. And as dot male. All right. And then this is going to produce the previous of gender, which is going to be add weight, which is going to be 90, and then it's going to be add gender, which is going to be gender dot male, and we will expect, we're just going to run these tests so we can watch them fail, and then we'll clean them up as we go. Click the button. There we go. Let's say do the stuff. Oh, it's gonna fail anyway because we haven't subscribed to our events. We are so smart. It's the group. So then these are the states. So we'll grab, that's gonna be the previous state. And then there's gonna be gender. And it's gonna be all that. Hopefully I pressed the right button. I don't think I did. So good at this. I am so good at this. There we go. And then gender male. Oh, yeah. Should emit weight, gender. Should emit gender. Yeah, should emit date of birth, weight. Yep, I'm going back and changing all these tests right now. Otherwise, it's going to drive me nuts later. Like, what? The things don't say. This is why I hate, like, the magic string aspect of this. Like, although I can likely just do some string interpolation, it's still not my favorite to have to do it this way. I'm not going to worry about when it's in what state just yet. Should. Oh, there we go. Should emit add type. Oh, yeah, well, whatever. Type should emit initial. Okay. All right, so now that all those are renamed, let's rerun them. And then we'll go over to our event, to our block, and we will add, no, the events are set up to execute. They're not set up to to do the thing. There we go. So let's do sets date of birth. Date of birth and gender, right? So that's going to be add pet weight, add pet gender. Copy with weight, weight. Copy with gender. All right, so now if I go to these, I have 4 failing tests. Down to 1 failing test. Add pet weight. Oh, it expected. Oh, it expected to have one without a weight and one with a weight. And in reality, it only got one without the weight. So what did we do wrong? So we'll copy the state with that. So we start with a date of birth on pet weight. Yep. Okay. So we start pet weight with date of birth, and then we call add weight, which adds the weight, and then our expectation is that we have. Oh, that's not the one that's failing, is it? Should emit date of birth and weight. Oh, you know what? It helps if you call the stinking methods with the correct stuff. All right. We want to take this off here, and we want to call add weight, and we want to give it a weight of 90, and then we're going to rerun this, and then we're going to go take this, and we're going to say const int. Oh wait, no, it's gonna be a double, doesn't it? Double weight equals 90. So let's do a search for 90. Let's explicitly do that. And then let's replace it with weight. Replace all. Oh, and let's do the same thing here. Let's replace. Yeah, there we go. Fantastic. Okay, so now we've got all of these wonderfully passing unit tests that tell us that we can add all the information. So when we get to the end in our block event chain, right? So like the input comes in from the user. We have this state object. Well, we're gonna. I'm assuming there's gonna be a point where we save the thing. We're gonna call it a save event. Let's do this. Let's call it a add pet save event. So at the point that we add the gender and the gender is added, no, we're explicitly gonna open up a method that says save, right? Because that's what we're gonna do from the UIs. We're actually just gonna save, and then we're going to add that event that tells us to save. From here, we're gonna do an on add pet save event, and instead of doing any of that, what we're going to do is we're going to put a nice little to-do here. I'm going to say to-do. Persist me, please. All right, so we won't actually be able to do anything with this. We will be able to determine that we construct a domain object from it. So let's just do that, right? So final animal equals animal animal. Is this not how? Oh, it needs a type. Expected to find what? This is just a handler, right? It doesn't. Ooh, no. Yeah, it shouldn't matter. Oh, there we go. I'm like, huh? This is where I want to create my factory, and I want to be able to say, based upon the type. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna do this. I think we're gonna have like so we're gonna probably have like a sealed. No, sorry. We're gonna have a class called dog, which extends animal. Yeah. Super constructor. Yeah, calls the super constructor. Sure. And then I want to have a factory animal dot. Can we call it factory? Is that can we do that? Is that allowed? And then we return. Oh wait. We're gonna have all this in our factory. Formal parameters can't be used in factory constructors. Try using a normal parameter. Oh. I'm actually surprised I'm like picking up on the lingo so fast. All right, so it's still going to, okay, so it's going to say switch on vert defer. Okay, so type has to be something we bring in, right? Create field type. Ah, la la la. ID type name. We're gonna do a switch on type. Remove that, and we're gonna say type, and we're gonna do specifically. We're gonna say type dot to, and do dot to lower. Oh. Ooh. I think I need to provide these with still trying to figure it out. To lower is not defined on string. You better believe it is. Dot to lowercase. What's the default? It should be. Oh, I'm so used to C sharp. Okay, so case dog return dog. All right, so that should be, and then we'll have to call super type is dog. All right. Uh, is that not how it works? Hold on. Yeah, that's supposed to be how it works. Okay, so what? Let me switch. No, that's the correct syntax. Oh, oh, oh. Expected to find colon. Oh my goodness, this is where would it expect to find that though? This is how I've done it in the past. I'm looking at another project right now where this is exactly how I'm doing it. Dun dun dun. Not exactly. Expected to find cat. Well, you know what? Clearly, theme repository. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's oh. Oh no 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 no. That should be fine if I do. No, that shouldn't matter. Return switch add mixing switch case. There we go. Okay. Now it's happier. Then okay, if I could find a way to make that cleaner to handle this, right? So if it's anything other than dog, we are going to blow the up right now because we are only supporting dog. All right, so now add super constructor factory invocation ID type dog name breed date of birth weight. Why is it still complaining? Super factory required. Oh wait, generative constructor factory is expected, but a factory was. Oh, image. Still no good. Generative constructor animal factory required. Okay, so clearly this is not the way to do it. Okay, that's already taken care of. That's what that needs to look like. So now if I call the factory, will it? I guess it'll call the correct one by virtue of the fact that we explicitly call it here. Okay, so now we are going to go back to the block. And instead of animal, we are going to do animal dot factory. State dot ID, state dot type, state dot name, state dot breed, state dot date of birth, state dot weight, state dot gender. All right, so that's oh boo. Okay, I don't know what I want to do here. I think right now I'm just gonna say I'm gonna try and tell it it's not null. And just let it blow up at runtime. And leave myself a to-do to come back and make this not as bad. Because at this point to-do persist. Okay. Also a to-do validate me. Yeah, so you want to validate me and then persist me. And that'll give me an animal. And then I should be able to do an emit of. So if I have a saved state, the saved state would happen. So I'd send off the event, I'd save it, and then as soon as I get a valid saved state back, I navigate. Yeah, that sounds right. So, pet saved state. How do we do that? Yikes. Yeah, because we can't change these. Wish I could so this is where it's like in C#. I wish I could have like a type with a default value, like a name object with default or something like that. Maybe. Ooh, oh, no, I don't want to do the optional. I don't want to bring FP in this deep, right? And have optional objects on my. Oh, this is just the state, so it shouldn't matter. Anyway, okay, so we'll have an animal, and we will emit a add pet state. No, we're not going to emit anything. Oh, we have to. In order to be able to test it at the block level, we have to add pet state. saved. Create saved method. Static saved. Yeah, but see, the static can't access the instance either, which does me no good. So really what I want is like I don't want to save that way. I want something similar to copy with. Ooh, what would be the state of? Oh wait, I can pass in the entirety of the state, right? Because at this point the state should be complete. I should have everything anyway. So if I do state saved, that seems kind of awkward though. Send it past, like, it seems awkward to have to send in the state to the state thing to say that it's the correct. Because then all it's going to do is pass back that same state. And I'm not saving it using the state, so that's even more awkward. Maybe this should take the state and pass it in. So how do we say that it's been saved in this model? That's easy enough, right? We just have to figure this piece out. I don't know, because I really don't want the entity to know anything about the fact that it's been saved, right? Like, I just... It shouldn't be initial. The state should be saved. I agree with that, but I think that everything... Saved. Well, because I need it to be an actual state, right? So I think in this instance, I don't want this to be this way. I want to take this pet state and do a final class add pet. Let me go look and see what. Ooh, that looks so small in comparison. I've been staring at this for hours. Add your pet image, get started. How did I do this before? Saved. Add pet, saved state. Final state. I guess it just is going to extend the add pet state, which it's going to yell about. Nope. This seems odd, but okay. This is my dark brain not working. So extend gender. You know what? I think I'm gonna pause it here for the week, and I'm gonna do some more research. But I think that this is the overall direction that I want to go. Saved state, right? And I don't actually need the state. doesn't have an unnamed constructor. Well, it will here in a minute if you just const jazz. So if I do that, that maintains that. And if I click this and add that, then it's going to call super. So why did it not like... Oh, because I didn't use super. Okay, that's fine. Doesn't really matter. Oh, in that case, I can just call the initial because it doesn't matter. Yeah, and it'll be like add pets. Yep, boom. So it emits that. So if I do a group, and I have a test where I say I have my, oh wait, this needs to be a block test. Shucks. Yeah, I don't have the scaffolding for that, I don't think. Do I have a test block? Nope. Hey, look at that. It's not set up. Yeah, that's going to be this state. It's going to return add pet block. That. Alright, so should emit pet saved state. And the action is just going to be act dot save, right? Let's call that block. Return that. I don't think it matters. Saved. No, this is going to be an actual full-on state. So now if I pull up my tests, I think this will be the end of it. Whether this test passes or not, I think this is the end of the end of line for us. Yeah, this test doesn't pass. Null check operator used on a null value somewhere in my add pet. Yeah. Oh, because it doesn't have any state. I have to provide it. I have to provide it state. Okay, that's fine. So I think we're gonna pause here for the week. I think I understand a little bit better about what I got going on with this pet state. I know this has been all unit tests and none of the fun Flutter UI stuff, but in my opinion, this is a little bit more important, is to nail some of this stuff down. So hopefully next week we'll get a little bit further. I'll probably play with it a little bit more during the week. Thank you for tuning in yet again.